Fairness in the justice system is a basic core value in Oregon. It is important to ensure that everyone has access to legal help in the civil legal justice system. Legal aid assures fairness in the justice system, regardless of how much money you have. The Campaign for Equal Justice Associates Committee wants to remind you that whenever you can, be a walking PSA for Legal Aid and CEJ.
Civil legal aid programs in Oregon balance 80 different sources of funding to try and meet the need. State funding, federal funding, foundation funding, and most importantly, private funding from donors like you are just a few of the primary funding sources. These programs help victims of domestic violence, families in danger of losing their home, as well as children, seniors, and veterans who cannot afford a lawyer.
Civil legal aid protects those with nowhere else to turn. About 80% of legal aid's clients are women, most of them with children to support. Legal aid is working to help our vulnerable neighbors. Won't you join them?
Legal aid has resources to reach about 15% of the civil legal needs of low-income Oregonians. The facts are plain. More people need services than ever before, but the resources aren't there. Insufficient funding prevents access to justice that all Oregonians and Americans deserve. By 2015, let's increase the number of donors, which will increase access to justice in Oregon.
The statewide level of giving from the legal community to the Campaign for Equal Justice is 20%. This is a huge level of support compared to some other states, but we still have room for improvement. Access to courts matters. Supporting civil legal aid is a way to work for justice and access for all, not just the few who can afford it.
% of legal aid's cases are family law, most of which involve seeking help and protection from domestic violence. Ensuring that civil legal aid is adequately funded means that we are not turning our back on the most vulnerable. Instead, we are helping them gain access to the justice system.
Last year, 2 counties in Oregon had amazing participation in the Campaign for Equal Justice. Roughly 40% of the attorneys in Lane County and Jackson County donated to help legal aid. No single person or nonprofit can solve the funding crisis, but if we all get involved, it does make a difference for legal aid.
Everyone benefits from civil legal aid services because courtrooms run smoother, cases are handled properly, and clients can navigate the complicated legal process when lawyers donate to the campaign or volunteer time. You can make a difference in access to justice in Oregon.
Legal aid programs in Oregon just completed a strategic plan. One of the shocking things they found is that there's only one legal aid lawyer for every 9,440 low-income people in Oregon. The need for basic legal services is huge, so we want to double the number of legal aid lawyers to 2 for every 10,000 low-income Oregonians. In order to do that, we need to double the funding. That is our long-term goal. Legal aid lawyers, staff, the Campaign for Equal Justice, and the thousands of volunteers who give their time to legal aid in the campaign are involved because they know that it does make a difference. Many lawyers agree that we have a professional responsibility to increase access to justice. The easiest way to do that is to donate to the campaign. Go to cej-oregon.org and make a donation today. And don't forget, whenever you can, be a walking PSA for legal aid and CEJ.